complete win as far as I think early on the defense kept us in it. They had some big stops, turnovers in the red zone that kept us in it, and then the offense got rolling. So very happy with the team effort. There's things, definitely we can't let them run the ball like that, but very happy with the effort, the way they responded. Yeah, it was just a good game for us.
Trent, what did you like most about what you got from your defense today, especially kind of the first two Purdue drives?
Yeah, I think they did exactly what we asked. We tightened down our coverage. They challenged everything they did, and early on it showed up with results on the football. So I was happy, especially early, with how we played.
Coach, when we talked to Isaiah Chisholm earlier in the week, you talked about the linebackers wanting to get their spike back. Just kind of wanted to ask your perspective on that, and you know, if you felt like they were a real spikey out there.
I'll have to watch the film, but yeah, they were flying around. There's going to be stuff that I'm not going to like. That happens every week, but yeah, they're flying around again. Young players that are getting better every week.
Coach, Darius didn't play a ton, but had the big moment there towards the end of the first half. Just how would you assess, you know, how he played and what he brought tonight?
Yeah, he did what we like about him. You know, he made some big plays, made some big catches. We kind of, there's a progression to him coming back, right? Not just burning them out the first one. So I was happy with the production we got out of him tonight, especially for him being out so long.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask next. Is it sort of a ramp up thing for him, or are you going to slowly work him into more stuff as you move?
Oh, absolutely. As he continues to produce. Mm-hmm.
You talked about how much the defense kept you guys back.
Oh, sorry.
You talked about how much the defense kept you guys in it early. How much do you feel like the offense feed off of the defense, like you said, when they're flying around like that?
Yeah, I think when the defense is playing like that, there's definitely no panic out of the offense when drives don't get points. I think that's a big part of playing good defense is you let the offense continue to operate and work the way we want it to. And a big part of what we do is we wear people down. And the defense keeping us in allowed us to play that style of game.
You got a lot of success tonight out of that option attack with Giovanni. Was there something you saw in the Purdue defense, or just the way Giovanni's been progressing? What led to such reliance on that tonight?
Yeah, there was definitely an attack on what they did schematically, but also Giovanni does a great job with it. He made some nice reads on that and some big plays. I thought he did a great job. He pitched it when he was supposed to pitch it. He took it up the field when he was supposed to. I thought he did a really nice job at that point.
Trent, we talked last week about, you know, wanting some more explosive plays in the offense today, and, you know, kind of going along with what Joe said about, it seemed like Darius kind of helped in that regard. It seemed like there was a bit more with the jet sweeps and kind of just bigger chunk plays offensively. Was that a priority this week?
Yeah, we're always trying to look at how we can create explosives. We like the 11-play, 8-minute drives, especially at the end of the half, but we don't want to have to live with that every single time we touch the ball. So we're always looking on what's the best way to attack a defense to try to create those.
You talked at the beginning of the week about just going back to the fundamentals. Gunny just talked about going back to the basics, making sure you guys really clean it up. But what, off the field, what maybe characteristics, maybe the sort of mental, emotional standpoint, do you feel like the team really had to fix after such a tough loss to come out tonight and perform the way they did on both sides of the ball?
The thing that impressed me about them, even right after last week's game, was no one hung their head when we were talking after the game. They're very mature about handling their business. They're very good about taking criticism and using it constructively. And so I think that, from a mental standpoint, the ability for young people to do that is impressive, and they did a nice job with that, and I think that's why the game looked like it did tonight.
It seemed like Giovanni back there seems a lot more comfortable, and sort of building up his confidence. How do you feel like his progression has come, and where do you feel like he is right now?
Yeah, I said it last week, I'll say it again, I think he's just continuing to get better every week. He's taken a step forward every single week that we played. So he just keeps doing that, but I like where he's at, and I like what he's doing for us.
Through 4 weeks now, what do you feel like you've learned from this team? Obviously, you have to watch the tape from today, but through 4 weeks, what do you feel like you've learned so far about the team?
Well, big one, we got a big-time running game. I've learned that. We are capable of playing shutdown defense. We got to should have closed it out tonight, wish we would have, but we're capable of doing that against big-time talent, and then the resiliency of our players. Their ability to not back down or blink when things go bad.
Coach, a wild pick six there. Mm-hmm. How would you describe the weirdness of the play, and then just starting off after last week's defensively, what that did for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was an energizer for sure. I think, early on, we don't get the 4th and 1, we get the turnover, and then the pick 6. I think that was just huge for their confidence and to light a fire under our team and smart.
Trent, you kind of mentioned against a big, just a big time team. Obviously Purdue's not expected to be great in the Big Ten, but nevertheless a Big Ten team, Big Ten size in the trenches in particular. How big was that to kind of bounce back this week against another team that wasn't necessarily like a step down in competition?
Yeah, I think anytime you play these type of teams, or out of conference, so to speak, you want to represent your conference and who you are. It was just great because again, it was a good opponent that we played really well against, and that's the biggest thing.
Kind of piggybacking off Ronald's thought, 4 weeks in, your schedule breaks kind of uniquely this year, 4, 4, and 4 with kind of buys in between. Are you where you thought you would be kind of going into the bye week, and what's going to be kind of some important things for you guys going into this bye?
Yeah, I think being 3 and 1 is good. Obviously, we want to be 4-0, but we're happy with where we're at, and especially the progression. I feel that we've become a better football team over these 4 weeks, and so now we get a chance to get healthy a little bit, get rest, and then go another 4 games. So I like where we're at. There's still more out there for us, but I'm happy with the progression.
Pretty aggressive on a couple of 4th down calls tonight, especially the one on the opening drive in your own territory. What's the thought process there, and is that a decision you might continue to think of in the same way in the future?
Absolutely. The thought process is to go win. And so, like we actually, as a team, we watched a bunch of different scenarios on Friday nights, and one of them was Kansas State, Arizona, 4th and 1, backed up in their own territory. They convert, they end up driving down and scoring a touchdown. So that's 7 points that wouldn't be on the board. I feel great about, in those situations, our ability to get them. Are we going to be 100%? No. But I feel great about our guys' chances to go get it, so we're going to take a risk, but it's an education.